Hi, this is Morley, and this is the M-Wire. Well, one thing we know about the left is that it always eats itself. Just like a snake eating its tail, if there is one hallmark that characterizes the left, it's that. And that's exactly what we're seeing in Portland. The riots have been going on there for approximately a year. We've seen autonomous zones set up. We've seen businesses burned. We've seen violence. We've seen absolute nothing but chaos on the streets of Portland for the last year. When it all started, we saw Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler supporting all this. He even went to the rallies. He even spoke at the rallies, and he supported this hook, line, and sinker. Well, the snake is starting to eat its tail. Since then, he has somewhat recanted on this, and he has inferred that Antifa needs to essentially be unmasked. Well, Antifa hasn't taken very kindly to that, because in this new video here, they have essentially threatened his life and doxed him. In a sense, he helped create this with his own support, obviously, and subsequently his own inaction. From the very beginning, if the National Guard was brought in to absolutely put an end to this before it even really got started, none of this would be happening. But we can't turn back time. This is happening, and it's real, and there's no going back. Watch this 2-minute video as Antifa issues him a not so thinly veiled threat as to what will happen if he doesn't resign as mayor.
Hello. We come to you as a small collective from within the anarchist and anti-fascist community. We do not speak for the whole, as each individual may carry different ideologies and beliefs about how things could, should, or will be accomplished. We hope with this message to simply convey a few points that are commonly agreed upon within this community. The mayor of this city is undeserving of his position. He has made it abundantly clear that windows to him are more important than human lives. But we are not just challenging the idea of having Ted as a mayor. We are challenging the idea of having mayors at all. We want abolition. Abolition is absolute. If peaceful marches, speeches, and voting were enough to bring about that goal, then we would have already been there. Window smashing and riots are a necessary escalation when those in power have proven that they are unwilling to listen and have made the choice to ignore you. We are moving with a sense of urgency because not only is the system destroying us, it's destroying the very planet that we live on. This movement encompasses the liberation of all those oppressed by the system, whether it be black, indigenous, Hispanic, etc. Nobody owns this movement, and wanting to or trying to claim ownership of this movement just leads to more division, which is counterproductive to all of our goals. We are on the same side though. And the more time we spend fighting each other, the less energy we have to fight the true enemy. So let's start local, with our own city's failed leadership. Ted, we are asking for the last time that you resign. If you ignore this message outright, the destruction to your precious way of life is going to escalate. Blood is already on your hands, Ted, but next time, it may just be your own.
I wouldn't even bat an eyelid in surprise if Ted Wheeler recanted on his statements denouncing his support of Antifa and went back to supporting them just so in the hopes that he could save his own hide, as it were. I mean, he's obviously marked. Antifa has certainly put him on notice with this video. As I said, he could have stopped all this before it got started and simply denounced Antifa from the beginning, brought in the National Guard, and the riots would have stopped before they started. But he made a conscious, cognizant decision not to do that, but to support them, but to empathize with them. And now his causes are seeing their effects. Poetic justice, people. This is what happens when you let this thing get out of control. They take over. It has to be nipped in the bud. Can we even go back from this now? I mean, really, Like, I mean, can we take back our cities? Is that even so much as possible? Not if we do nothing. And remember, if we choose not to decide, we still have made a choice. Thank you for tuning into my video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And God bless.